Hi, everyone, and all those assigned COP at birth. My name is Sean In, and I'm a student at the University of Toronto. I'm pursuing a PhD in biochemistry, and I am a part of a larger student collective called Students Mobilizing Against Systemic Hardship at U of T, or in short, SMASH U of T. And we support students who face systemic injustice by the hands of not just the university, but the city itself. One such injustice is the use of police force on campus grounds in the form of campus police, or as they have recently rebranded themselves, campus safety. Policing in schools is prevalent throughout Toronto, and at U of T, special constables are granted enhanced authority by you, which basically gives them authority of a police officer while being on campus. This also brings expanded special powers to deal with criminal offenses, which apparently includes experiencing mental health crises. This has led to traumatic instances on campus where students experiencing mental health crises are intimidated, handcuffed, and brutalized. And other scenarios where student community leaders like residence assistants have to de-escalate situations, some involving weapons, while campus safety stands by, merely watches, and sometimes even refuses to engage. U of T and TPS claim that the deployment of special constables is a way to reduce police presence on campus. This is a bad faith argument because there's no fundamental difference between how campus police and how TPS responds to and deals with members of our community that are struggling with mental health, addiction, houselessness, just to name a few. We are also seeing increased police presence in high schools and elementary schools. This is being justified by you all by saying, oh, there's increased violence in schools. However, this is yet again another bad faith argument because this violence is a direct result of decades of funding cutbacks that have severely reduced the number of teachers, support staff, and proper resources from our schools, which, mind you, disproportionately impacts racialized and working class students. Students are being met at their schools with cops roaming their halls with their weapons drawn. In what world is that okay? During the recent winter storms as well, it was the members of the community that were out there, like students, teachers, and everyday working class people that have been organizing relief efforts for those experiencing houselessness. Where were you? I'll tell you where. You were busy evicting people out of shelters. You were busy evicting people out of parks. You were busy intimidating and brutalizing advocates for simply trying to bring to the people what they need. You have said multiple times today, due to rising population, the number of cops per capita is declining. And you attribute this to rising crime rates and violence in our communities, but I'm here to tell you yet again, this is another bad faith argument. Okay? It's a bad faith argument to justify your budget request and your entire existence. Funds allocated to shelters, housing and employment supports, childcare, mental health resources have also been declining despite the rising population and demands of the people. Okay? And let me tell you, they definitely don't have over $1 billion, okay, like you do. So, what could we do instead with your money? We could prioritize providing trauma-informed support and relief, harm reduction strategies, and community-centered programs focused on providing basic fundamental necessities of human life. Maybe, and this goes for you all and the BIA if you're listening, if you didn't have your home or your multiple properties or your estates or vacation homes, maybe then you would agree that having a shelter and housing is a basic human necessity, whether or not you can afford it, okay? If you didn't have food or you didn't have your caretakers making food for you and your family, maybe then you would agree that food is a basic necessity. If you and your children didn't have access to healthcare, drinking water, and sanitation, maybe then you would agree that those are all fundamental needs for your own survival. If you and your children were being disproportionately policed, surveyed, patrolled, and executed by your hands, maybe then you would agree that being policed is actually not a basic human necessity. But until then, do enjoy your overinflated budget. Do enjoy this massive building on 40 College Street that could actually be reclaimed and repurposed to provide food, shelter, and care to the communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean, for your deputation. Board members, any questions? I see none. Thank you very much for your